So cannabis, you'll join the high flyers who soar by high heights. I had to use that line because we're going to talk about cannabis now. Huge market for cannabis, believe it or not. I think it was $4 billion in Canada last year. That's some incredible number like that. But they want to distinguish themselves. So a lot of these companies are actually going to GCxGC to help distinguish their product, figure out different variants. Indica and sativa are not the only blends. There's mixtures of them. And sometimes the crops cross-contaminate each other and you get indica where you thought you had sativa. Or sometimes you put two things together and they don't make what you think. Well, we can look at the profiles and figure out how it's changing. So here's your psychoactive components, the stuff that everybody's looking for. That's probably THC, the big thing. And these are your tastes and your flavors. And what you can do is identify those and watch how your blend changes, or monitor your crops over time to make sure it stays the same. You want product control? This is the ultimate product control. I can make sure it has that same flavor each and every time, or at least check for it. I can blend two things and make something unique. So GCxGC gives us that power to tease that apart and figure out, is our product getting better or worse? Do taste tests. What the heck? You could volunteer for that. I wouldn't be the best volunteer for that. I wouldn't know. You can also monitor impurities, pesticides. These are spiked in there. This is I should give a shout out. This is from LECO, one of the producers of these instruments. This is a presentation that they gave at PitCon a few years ago, maybe a bunch of other places. But they were again showing that a one-shot deal, they could run a cannabis sample. So you can imagine at the front end, we can do headspace analysis, we can do extraction, we can do any type of extraction to get it on the instrument. Foods, they're a problem right now. I could run it on a GCxGC, and then I could look for our active compounds and make sure that that THC is the right concentration, because it's only plus or minus 10%, I think, right? I think it's supposed to be 100, and if it's 90, you have to label it. If it's 110, you have to take it off the shelf and not use it. They probably take it home. But that's how you monitor that component of the compliancy. And you can monitor your flavors and map those out, map out the chemovars, and then you could also look for pesticides and things that aren't supposed to be there and make sure that your product's pure. All in one shot. So it could be a huge thing for the industry to monitor that.